Hello guys, Ashimen. That's your favorite poultry farmer, God bold, Kelly Kipka. Now we are in dry season. The weather is very dry, hot, and dusty. Now, if you're a broiler poultry farmer, you should be very sensitive. There are some certain diseases during dry season. Now, I'll be telling you these diseases. Now, these diseases are very important for you to be careful of. I'll be telling you these diseases. Now, I'll be telling you these diseases. I'll tell you the symptoms of these diseases and how to treat them. Now, we have several diseases that happen during dry season, but these three diseases I'll be mentioning are the most sensitive diseases during dry season. Remember, the weather now is dry, hot, and very dusty. Now, during dry season, there are some certain diseases that will happen to your broiler bed, your broiler chicken. That guys, they will just be your bed will just be dying immediately. So I'll be mentioning these three. There are several diseases in broiler poultry farm during dry season, but I'm mentioning these most three important diseases. Now, number one is chronic respiratory disease. Number one is respiratory disease, also known as chronic respiratory disease. That's CRD. Now, what are chronic respiratory disease? Now, chronic respiratory disease are diseases that happen to your broiler chicken both internally and externally. Now, what are the symptoms of chronic respiratory diseases? We have coughing. We have coughing. When you see your bed, now, coughing, this chronic respiratory, these are the symptoms of chronic respiratory disease. Number two, we have sneezing. Number three, we have nasal discharge. Nasal discharge, you see them, they'll be excreting, they'll be removing mucus from their nose or from their mouth. That's nasal discharge. Now, number four, we have gurgling or rattling sound. Now, when I mean gurgling or rattling sound, you see them doing like this. That's what we call. Now, this gurgling this gurgling I just said now is the most disease that happen during dry season. Now, what causes this gurgling? Your broiler, when they start, is from your litter material. Now, when you overstock during heat period, can cause this gurgling. You see them making rattling sound. Now, please, as a broiler poultry farm, do not overstock during dry season. Yes, do not overstock that. Now, and the next symptom is open mouth breathing. You see them. It's caused by. These are the symptoms of chronic respiratory disease. Now, what are the causes of this chronic respiratory disease? Bad litter material. Yes, bad litter material. When your litter material is wet, please do not keep litter material. Do not keep wet litter material. Do not allow your litter to get wet. Now, what another cause is what's called bad bowel security. But see, if you don't have a good bowel security in your poultry farm, your birds will just be dying anyhow. Now, how do I manage these symptoms? Now, how do I manage these chronic respiratory diseases? Now, ensure there is good ventilation. Guys, make sure there's enough ventilation. Make sure during dry season, make sure there's enough ventilation. Now, reduce dusty environment. Please, make sure. That's why I always advise you guys, avoid using sawdust. Sawdust is very dusty and your bed end up feeding on sawdust. Now, the last one is keep the litter dry to limit bacterial infection. Keep your litters dry. Always make sure your litter is very dry. Okay, so this is number one. Now, please, chronic respiratory disease is a very sensitive. It's very sensitive. Now, let me show you something. If they're having chronic respiratory disease, it will start from the inside of their body, like this. Now, let me tell you, when they keep feeding in the hot afternoon, the feed they are eating blocks because of heat stress. Because of heat stress, their feed literally block their esophagus. Then when they are trying to shift for the feed, no, the feed goes from esophagus to their crop. When the feed cannot go to their crop, you see them, you start breathing so hard. And when your poultry farm is very stuffy, you see them breathing so hard. So that is number one disease is during dry season. Number two disease is heat stress. Guys, please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, I beg you, do where to go and subscribe. Okay, please do where to go and subscribe. Now, number two is heat stress. Guys, heat. You see, if heat come to your broilers, the way your broilers will be dying, Heat is very, some people, some broiler poultry farmers ignore these things, but heat is very easy, the fast thing that can kill your bird. Now what are the symptoms? Now what are the symptoms of heat in your poultry farm? When you see that when you say your broilers are reacting to heat, now you see them pant. Number one symptom is panting. They will start panting heavily. That's number one symptom. Please take note of this. Number one symptom is panting. You see them panting heavily. Now, increase in water consumption. You see them, they will start taking water because their body is hot. Their breast is super hot. They want their breast to be very cold. You see them taking too much of water. Water consumption. You see them taking too much water. Now, the number three is they reduce feed intake. During heat period, your broilers does not feed very well. That's why I say from 4 weeks, from 12, stop feeding them. Stop feeding them, withdraw their feed in the hot afternoon. From 12, you withdraw their feed. By 4, you give them back. Don't worry, nothing will happen to them. What they need at that moment is water. Then, if you can even add ice block to their water, awesome. Now, look at this guy. Look at this water. Funny enough, this is the second time I'm changing this water. And this is just after 12. Okay? And this is just after 10. This is the second time I'm changing this water. Today is Sunday. The weather is very hot. So they need water. They need water. So guys, these guys need a lot of water during heat period. Please withdraw their feed in the hot afternoon. Withdraw that from 4 weeks, from 12, withdraw their feed. Give them back in by 4 in the evening. Don't worry. See, that moment you withdraw their feed, if you give them back, they will consume that certain feed. That feed they've not eaten for that long period of time. I call it fasting. Just let them fast for that period from 12 to 4. Let them fast. Now, when you give them back that feed, the way they will consume the feed, don't worry, nothing will happen to them. But please, to avoid heatstress kills bird immediately. Now, what is another sign? You see them wing dropping. When the heat enters your farm, you see your bird, they will just drop their wings. You just see them like this. Their wing will just be like drop on the ground. Why? Because now remember, broilers don't sweat. So what they do is they excrete gland. They use their feather to remove preen oil. If you see them sometimes, I don't know if I can see anyone that is doing that now. Because they are not doing it now because my bed are not really there's no heat there because we have enough ventilation here. Okay, now when you see them, or how do I do that? When you see them dropping their feather, heat is too much. Then sometimes you see them, they will use their beak and be scratching their body. They are trying to remove excretory glands from their body. So as a poultry farmer, please avoid. Now, what's another sign of heat stress in your poultry farm? You see them open mouth breathing. Sorry. You see them, they will start breathing, they will open their mouth and breathe. That means the heat is too much. What they need at that moment is water. Please, what they need at that moment. Now, how do you manage this stress in your poultry farm? How do you manage this stress in your poultry farm? Now, provide cool and fresh water. Like honestly, make sure that your water is cold. Like if you've not seen, there's a video I just released. Do not feed your broilers in the hot afternoon. Go check that video. Do not add ice block to their water. High blood help them to cool out their breast. Okay, now number 2, remember number 1 is chronic respiratory disease. That's chronic respiratory disease. That's CRD. Number 2 is heat stress. Now reduce. Now number 2 management of heat stress in your poultry farm, in your broiler poultry farm. Reduce stocking density. Do not overstock. Now here can contain 60 birds. Yeah, 60 birds comfortably. Now what I do breed 100 here. Now when they get to 4 weeks, I will remove 40 to the other end. So they'll have enough space to play around, to dosipate, to perform their natural behavior. Please do not overstock during heat period. Do not vaccinate during heat period. Vaccinate early in the morning or late at night. This third one is the fast killer during dry season, during heat period. Please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well and go and subscribe. Now, number 3 is Coccidiosis. Hey, guys, Coccidiosis is the fast killer in your broiler poultry farm. Now, let me show you something. Which one will I use as an example? Which bird will I use as an example here now? Okay, let's use this fine guy. Sorry. Sorry. Now let me sorry. Now let me show you how coccidiosis spread in your poultry farm. You see this guy's beak? Sorry. You see the beak? Now when these guys feed, if this bird is having coccidiosis, you see particles of feed on their beak. Now they will use that same beak and go to their water to go and drink. Guys, the disease has spread immediately. As far as they are drinking the same water and they are eating the same food in the same drinker and feeder, the disease has spread immediately. Now when these guys feed finish, you see particles of feed in the mouth. Now this guy will go and drink from the same water. Now if they drink from the same water, other birds will go and drink from the same water. Coccidiosis has spread. Sorry. Guys, coccidiosis has spread. Now, coccidiosis during dry season is caused by mainly from the litter material and dusty environment. Okay. Now, what are the signs of coccidiosis? You see them diarrhea or bloody dropping. They will start excreting blood or white diarrhea. You call it diarrhea. Diarrhea or bloody dropping. You see them excreting blood or white feces. That means you see coccidiosis have entered your farm. Now, what is the second one? We say poor growth and heat and weight loss. They are not growing. They are feeding, but they are not growing. They are losing weight. Guys, coccidiosis coccidiosis is a fast killer during dry season. Coccidiosis have entered your farm. If they are not eating, they are eating, but they are not growing. They are not getting that weight you want. Coccidiosis have entered your farm. Now, another one is ruffled feather. You see them. Their weather will be just ruffled. Now, coccidiosis happen in your poultry farm from week 4. Yes, from week 4. Sorry, from day old. Coccidiosis start happening in your poultry farm from day old. Coccidiosis start happening in your farm from week 2. That's when you start experiencing coccidiosis during dry season, because of the weather is hot, the weather is dusty, and the weather is dry. Coccidiosis. Now, another sign of coccidiosis is loss of appetite. They will not be eating. Even though they are eating, they will not be adding weight. Even though they are eating, they will not be adding weight. So please, as a broiler poultry farmer, avoid coccidiosis in your poultry farm. Now, how do we manage coccidiosis in the poultry farm? Guys, maintain clean litter material. Make sure your litter is fresh. See, good litter material goes a long way. If you can take care of your litter material, that means you've solved 89% of diseases in your poultry farm. Yes, I'm saying that, can't verify anywhere. Now, number 2, use anti-coccidiosis drug. Yes, use anti-coccidiosis. Now, I'll refer anti-coccidiosis medication. I've got amproline. Use anti-coccidiosis drug like amproline. Yeah, amproline is a very anti-coccidiosis drug. Okay, so as a poultry farmer, please maintain good litter material. Go for when you notice the immediately go for anti-coccidiosis drug. Now, keep your housing area dry. Make sure that your litter material is dry. Ensure proper ventilation. Management, ensure proper ventilation. Now, avoid overstocking. As a poultry farmer, please avoid overstocking. Now, how do we cure chronic respiratory diseases? Now, there is a medication to treat chronic respiratory, that's CRD. You can go for Tylosine. Tylosine is very good to treat chronic respiratory disease. So guys, please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well to go and subscribe. I've showed you 3 main diseases during dry season. See, 3 diseases are very crucial. You see CRD, chronic respiratory disease, you see coccidiosis, and you see heatstress. These are the main important diseases that happen during dry season. Okay, so that's your favorite poultry farmer, God bold, and please, we deliver day-old chicks and also 2 weeks to Abuja, Nasarawa State, and Niger. If you need day-old chicks, we can deliver to you. As far as you're in Abuja, you're based in Abuja, you're based in Nasarawa State, and you're based in Niger State. We deliver day-old chicks, good day-old chicks. And if you want to start a mini farm, I will say help you out to start up a mini farm. I will show you the good feed to start. I will show you the good feed to give your bird to get that fundamental weight you want during breeding. So now these are the most important diseases during dry season: chronic respiratory disease, heatstress, and coccidiosis. But look, guys, so thank you so much, and please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well and go subscribe. Okay, that's your favorite poultry farmer, God bold, Thank you.